Hello, everybody. Today I have a topic that's really close to my heart because it affects me and it affects some other people that are really important to me in my life. And the topic I'm talking about today is the single parenthood. Being a parent will test you, whether you're in a marriage or you're separated or you've been a single mother from the get-go. Single mother, single parent from the get-go. Like, some people wake up and decide that they just want to be single. And some of us, unexpected circumstances led to us being single parents. And so you got to be able to show up for yourself. I need you to get to a place where you accept what your situation is. And your situation in this case is that you are a single parent. And it's either you let it take you down or you rise above. You rise above the situation. You rise above the stress. You rise above the hard times. All right? So I have 4 points to make today. And one of them is take care of you. Number 2, do not panic. Number 3, be proud. And number 4, watch your mindset. So I have some notes written down from which I will read and then go from there. My notes will guide me because I sat down and thought very clearly, wrote them down, and then I will build from it as I record this video. So we'll start with point number 1, which is take care of you. All right. The most important aspect of all is your mental health. With all the struggle that comes with the huge shift in your life, suppose you were married, suppose you had a partner, and now you don't have a partner. So that's a huge shift. Like, it's a day and night kind of difference. You need a strong head on your shoulders. You have to take care of you for the sake of both you and your baby. So, in this case, whether your baby is a baby or a beautiful, blossoming child now, it's best for you both that you take care of you. It's best that your mental health is intact. Stay in touch with the things that bring joy to your heart. Sometimes when we become single parents, we let our lives revolve around our children and we forget ourselves. But at the end of the day, you benefit best if you are okay. Only then can your child be okay. I remember the situation that I was in when I was so stressed, and it took me, I couldn't recognize how the stress was affecting me, let alone how it was affecting my child. At one point, I separated myself from my child and took my child to my mother's house. And this girl stayed at my mother's house for just 1 week. And in that 1 week, she was blossoming. Like, there was so much of a difference in her being, in her skin, in her smile. Like, she was just elevated because now she was in an environment that was positive, as opposed to where she was with me when I was so stressed. And unintentionally, I was stressing her out because we are energy beings, and energy is silent. It's not loud, but it's felt. It's like walking into a room and you feel like there's the elephant in the room. Like the vibe is off because people were probably talking about you. And then you walk in and they all go. You don't know what they were saying, but you can feel it, right? So however much you try to put up a front in front of your child, they're always going to feel it. And it's going to affect them. But you won't know that this is happening until you separate yourself from the situation. So whatever the ordeal was that led you to be a single parent, take care of your mental health. Feed yourself with positivity. Draw a vision of the life that you would like for you and your child and go from there. Build onto it. Surround yourself with things that will lift you up. You are the source of joy for you and your child, because when your child is young, they feed off of your energy. Okay, number 2, don't panic. God chose you to become a parent. We all know someone or people that really want children and haven't got them, and that's a struggle on its own. God doesn't give you any task that He doesn't know for sure you can handle. So remember that, especially when times are dark. When the time comes and you feel stuck and you feel defeated, remember that that is a test on its own. You have a blessing. You have a child. A child alone is a blessing. We all know someone or several people that actually are married and haven't got the blessing of a child, and that weighs down heavily on them, right? So despite the fact that you're a single parent, you are a parent, and that alone is a blessing. That alone is a blessing. So don't panic. Whatever happens in your life happens for you. Switch from it happening to you and it happening for you. Look out for the lessons in that journey that you're taking on now. Look out for the lessons that you've learned from, like if you were married and now you're not, look for the lessons that you've learned from that marriage. I'll take the example of me. The lesson that I've learned from being married and then not being married is stepping into my power, coming into my power as a woman, as a human being, and knowing that I have been brought onto this earth for a purpose. And now I know that whatever I went through my whole life, whatever happened to me was actually happening for me, because now I'm a whole different human being. So don't panic. Everything happens for a reason, and usually the reason is for your highest good. And number 3, number 1, take care of you. Number 2, don't panic. Number 3, be proud. Be proud. I could scream from the top of my lungs that I have a child. I have a beautiful baby girl. And that girl has led to me growing into the woman that I am meant to be. And I continue to grow because I have her in my heart. Knowing that every step of my life that I take, every action I take, every growth that becomes of me benefits my baby girl. So we're all created with purpose. I just said that. And you just might have given birth or fathered the next Obama, the next Oprah, the next Nelson Mandela, the next Martin Luther King, okay? And all those powerful people that you know. Empower you in order to empower them. Hold your head up high and block out the outside noise. By the way, PS, side note, this outside noise can be coming from your own friends, your own family, your own siblings, your own people around you. They can be outside noise. As long as it doesn't align with your purpose, it's outside noise. And I need you to block it off. Block it off. Because now you're responsible for uplifting someone else. And in the process of uplifting that person, that baby girl, that baby boy, you're going to need to uplift you and be in your highest vibration. My voice is disappearing for whatever reason, and I have not been screaming or anything like that. It's Ramadan. I feel blessed. I feel high on energy, and I am a proud mother. I'm a proud mother because being a mother in itself has helped me step into my purpose, which is empowering women to step into their power. Because we as women, granted, every human being is created with purpose, and me as a woman, I hold so much power. And with that much power comes responsibility. And part of why I've grown into my power is because I gave birth to a girl. And me having come into my power, I know that I need to help her come into her power. And how I'm going to do that is by embracing and embodying my power. For her to grow up watching me as a woman, as an empowered woman. So that when she comes to me when she's broken, or like when she's been bullied at school, or somebody said something really mean to her, I'm able to sit her down and look in the mirror, have her look at herself in the mirror, and have her reflect exactly the magic that's inside of her. Because I reflect the magic that's inside of me, the magic that's been put inside of me as a woman, as a human being, the life force that I have brewing inside of me. So be proud. Hold your head up high, stand up tall. Empower yourself. What would you have wanted as a young girl, as a young boy, that you now would love to pour into this human being that you have helped create? Everything that I would have loved to hear as a little girl, and everything that my mother would have loved to hear as a little girl, my sisters, everything. Now I have come into I'm the kind of woman that is able to speak that out loud proudly. To say that to myself, to say that to my child, to say that to my sisters and my mother. Because when one woman heals, she heals 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. So, number 4, mindset. Mindset, mindset, mindset. The biggest example I have of mindset is of those kids that we went to school with that came from rich families. They grow up to be rich because that is the mindset that they were brewing, that they received. They were surrounded by the energy of rich. And those of the others that grew up mediocre have grown up to stay mediocre. Bear with me. Whatever you were brought up with, it doesn't have to be your forever. When you grow up and you decide now you want something different, you can cultivate that mindset. How you cultivate that mindset is you surround yourself with the people that have what you want and be willing to see things differently. So how I'm relating this mindset to parenthood, let's see. Beating yourself up neither helps you nor your baby. This is mostly for the single parents. Whether you separated during pregnancy or shortly after birth, or you were single from the get-go. Look at the dramatic shift in several areas of your life and let me know how good or bad they became by beating yourself up. Nothing good comes from beating yourself up. There is no worse critic than our inner critic. Depending on how you were brought up, depending on how you got to become a parent. If you became a parent by chance and you were not ready, And this is not the norm where you come from. This is shamed. This is like you've become like the talk of the village. So it's either you beat yourself up just like the world is beating you up, or you can choose to embrace your situation and uplift your mindset. Turn it around and make it a gift. The gift that it is for you to be a parent to this lovely, amazing child. And with that in mind, with all these things in mind, I bring my video to a conclusion. I hope I helped uplift you. I hope you feel better about yourself. I hope you feel better about your situation after listening to this video, because that is my intention. Your child deserves you in your highest vibration. Your child deserves a parent that is happy and shows up for themselves and for their child. You cannot show up for your child fully if you don't show up for yourself fully. So with this, I bring it close to the video. If you like this video, share it with someone that you think needs it in this moment. Like and comment. Also, let me know. Also, subscribe. Let me know what else you would like to hear from myself, because I have done a lot of work and I'm just ready and open to share it with the world. Bye.